Tony Montana.
What up, Tony Montana?
Tony Montana.
Thank you, Tony.
Tony Montana.
Tony Montana.
Tony Montana. About to battle rap, nigga. Tony Montana.
Orale, welcome back to the Tony Montana Show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. That's right.
We got legends
in the building.
Bo Rock from the Dub Shack.
Bam.
AKA the Michael Jackson of the group.
The Michael Jackson of the group.
Who Tito?
and who did you bring in the building with you? Señorita.
My sister, Nita P, a.k.a. the Janet Jackson of the group.
Anita P. Yes, Miss Janet Jackson. What's up? Welcome. Orale, welcome to the Tony Montana Show.
I just gotta say, yo, thank you for your voice. That's my childhood, like I said earlier. That shit was gangsta.
So, okay, real quick, I gotta take this back all the way back to 1995. I gotta know, how did the song "Summertime" come about? I'm talking about the beat, I'm talking about the hook, I'm talking about details. Please feed me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know.
Well, shout out to my boy Hank and Lamont. Sleepzilla and Big Hank. I used to. Where me and my homies from the Dove, we had a area where we, basically trapped at, what they call trapping nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And Hank and Lamont stayed on our trap block. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a trap house, we had a whole block. You know what I'm saying? So they stayed on our trap block. And they stayed in the actual complex that I was staying in at the time. So they used to be making beats in their garage. And I used to always go by their garage and whatnot. And they had, heard me freestyling on the block. And they gave me some beats one time. And the Summertime in the LBC beat was on there. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't even pay no attention. And it was my homie P-Lo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Lil P-Lo.
Shout out to P-Lo.
He was the one like, hey, cuz, you need that other beat. That's knocking, cuz. I heard that when they was playing that on the bass. That got that bass in there. You need that tight, cuz. You need to do something with that one. So I took the beat with me. At the time, I was staying in the Culver City, Venice area. And I was sitting on, Mar Vista to be exact. And I was sitting on the beat for a hot second. And this lovely young lady next to me, Nita P, was actually working at the label we were signed to.
Okay.
Shout out to Paul Stewart, PMP.
PMP.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, PMP, Paul Stewart.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? He helped bring a lot of us to the light. But she used to always tell me she used to sing and whatnot. We used to always be joking. You know what I'm saying? When she was working up there about people how to sing, she had vocals and whatnot. So at the time, back then, the girl I was dating did hair. You know what I'm saying? She did hair. And she just happened to be at my house getting her hair braided. Getting her hair braided on the day that I wrote Summertime in the LBC. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And I kind of wrote it. I didn't write it really from a female perspective. I wrote a female verse, but it was on some it was hella hood ratchet.
It was ratchet.
Some gangster shit.
I'm not singing.
And she was like, I'm not singing that. She was like, that's what I'm not singing. You know what I'm saying? You got me all the way messed up with that one. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, we went and revised it, cleaned it up, and made it a little bit more presentable, universal, and decent. And that's how the song came about. The song came about on a hot ass day in California. Yeah. I'm sitting on the living room floor. You know what I'm saying? And she in the dining room
getting her hair braided.
Sitting at the dining room table, and I'm laying on the floor. And I remember the silver stereo. It was a Marantz stereo, and I got the beat playing. And I just got the beat playing, and it was so hot up in there. and that's where the inspiration came from.
When you heard the hook, did you automatically just start saying, you know what, I've got to like singing on that as I'm getting my hair braided, sitting down, probably smoking a little blunt, you know what I'm saying? And then you maybe say, you know what,
Summertime and the
oh, I mean, did it just come out of you like
know
that?
What? It was so easy because he's such a great songwriter. He really is. He's a great with melodies. He's wonderful with that. And he has a great voice. And originally, I had booked someone else to fly out here to sing on their record when I was at Def Jam.
Really?
They didn't like.
Def Jam was trying to get Mary J. Blige, all kind of people. We want her.
Wow.
That wasn't Mary J. I don't know who it was.
They was.
They was.
But who was it that it was somebody else and y'all were like, we don't like her.
Coco from YMV.
Oh, no.
You know what? Yeah.
You heard it here.
No, that was not her. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But anyway.
I added that water balloon fighter part too.
Somebody from New York.
I had a water balloon fight
flew
that
him
day.
out here and y'all were like, nah. So he was like, you sing too, right? And that's how it all kind of fell into place.
Best question of his life.
I don't
Wow.
I don't, it was somebody that y'all had me fly out because I was booking, I was in A&R admin for Def Jam West. And so, yeah,
Perfect voice. We didn't need to touch it no
Hey.
more.
yay!
I gotta say thank you for that. Thank you for my childhood. That shit was gangster.
That's information.
That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Summertime LBC.
And for a lot of people that don't know or do know, there were two versions, one for radio and one the normal one. But I guess back in the days it wouldn't play rap on certain rap stations.
Some
you know what I'm
radio
saying?
stations. Shit.
Right.
So we had to do 2 formats. One that was, where we just took the rap out and just did the talking, but it was the same little element, pretty much.
And how did you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like now look back now.
Actually, we had
Having to change your entire, song because of station.
No. Actually, we changed it.
From
It was opposite.
it was more of a singing song, and then we added rap to it.
Actually, the song was a singing song at first.
Oh, it was.
There was no rap on it.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? But they wanted to push the song, and we had a cow about that. We had a cow because, we coming off G-Funk. We coming off, you know what I'm saying? We gangsters,
Right.
we
They
from
thought
the hood.
shit.
Right.
And we felt the song was like, you're not finna push that. There's no single on us. Like, hell no. We got the dog pound dropping gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dropping gangster shit, and y'all want us to come with this as, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so then they was like, okay, well, we can hip hop out a little. We'll go back, add the raps to it and whatnot. And even after the raps was added,
They still was trying to test.
they still was trying to test it. And we was like, we turned it a whole nother song.
Wow.
That we was gonna have them push for the show soundtrack. I think it was Roll with the Gang or something like
No,
that.
it's called Roll with a Gang.
Roll with the Gang.
It was too hard for Warren G's image. That's
They
what
felt
they said.
they felt because they was marketing Warren G as Warren G, and the G is not for gangster. So they felt the song was a little too hardcore for Warren's
What are you trying to do?
You know what I'm saying?
We know we got like freestyle battleship titles and stuff, and when that soft song like Summertime and LBC come out, people think that's all we got. Then we just gotta let them have it. Like, no, we got flows, we got styles. Like nothing wrong with Summertime and LBC. Appreciate it that it took us this far. But I'm saying when people first hear that, they didn't know that we lyrically can get in that air.
And ladies and gentlemen, those of you who don't know who's speaking that voice right now,
That would be the one and the only, the myth, the legend, the 2 to the scoop. That's him.
Two scoop.
Yes, sir.
in the building. I gotta know, man. What was it like being with Def Jam? And how did that deal come apart?
Funny.
Well, it came about and apart.
Yeah, because it was, what I'm saying, it was
the same way. The same way.
You guys are too gangster.
No. Shout out to my homie Warren G. Warren G gave us the opportunity. First of all, this dude over here gave me the opportunity. I had just got out of Pelican Bay, and I was part of the Dove Shack crew as far as the homies in the hood, not on no rap tip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until me and him was hanging out, and that he was like, okay, you need to be part of the group, the music thing. And we used to freestyle all the time. And at the time, I had dipped out to San Diego because I was trapping out there. You know what I'm saying? And same person again called my phone, like, Warren G want us to get on his album. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get on the album together. as one song. You know what I'm saying? We first thinking like, okay, we finna all have a shot to get on individual songs. He was like, I don't know, all y'all gotta get on the same song.
Unit.
You know? And so we was like, okay, cool. I left Dago. We went and did the session. That's when we first recorded Roll With A Gang. And Def Jam felt it was too hard, and he gave us the This Is The Shaq beat. And at first, I was not feeling the This Is The Shaq beat. Ironically, the same dudes who made Summertime in the LBC was the ones who like, shit, that beat hard as fuck. I ain't never heard nothing with no drum cadence in there. Like, they're like, you better not sleep on that beat. You know, and I walked to the back garage. I was over there at the garage. I walked to the back, and in the back, you know what I'm saying, that's where I came up with the melody for it, for the This Is The Shaq song. And when we actually went in the studio and recorded it, there were some actual executive, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Chris Lighty and all them that was in the studio, you know what I'm saying, who heard us get down. And from my understanding, I was told that a phone call was made back to New York, and it was expressed that they had just heard like the West Coast version of the Fugees. Okay. That's how we was described. That's how we was described to Leo and Russell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they described us. So, but even without a demo, we didn't even have a demo, no nothing.
That was it.
It went from that song, recording that song, they heard that song, to offering us a record deal.
I don't know if he was being modest or what, but when we was freestyling that night that he talking about, he started singing. And I was like, you in this group. Like, it wasn't no choices being made from nobody else. No, you're in this group and we're going to do this. And, you know, Def Jam, you know, we came from the era with Run DMC and all of them. So to be on Def Jam was like a dream come true. Especially we worked with Jam Master Jay on 2 tracks. And, you know, that was a gift from Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do nothing else. We accomplished something, like, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, but that's the way it started, and it pretty much ended the same way. There was some turmoil that didn't necessarily involve us. It involved the whole
West Coast.
It involved the whole, I would say, the way the industry was moving. Because it was a bunch of things that they did. I don't know if people remember, they had shut down a lot of the black music departments in the entertainment business. A lot of the record labels uprooted from out of LA and moved to Atlanta and back to New York. They shut down like Def Jam West. There was a lot of label consolidation that went on, where the labels came in, the major distribution, and they bought up a bunch of small labels, you know, and when they bought those small labels, they just closed their doors, you know. So it was a big shakeup going on in the industry, and with the culture that was going on with the East Coast, West Coast beef, you know, it was a situation that had arose to where Warren and Def Jam wasn't seeing eye to eye at the time. You know, and we wasn't necessarily signed to Warren. You know, we was fortunate enough to get a deal straight to Def Jam.
Wow.
You know, after a situation where PMP ended up, you know, moving out of the picture. You know, so when the tension and the things happened between Warren G and Def Jam, really everybody that was on the West Coast, as what with Warren, was a casualty of that. If you notice, during the same time, the group I mentioned, YNV disappeared, BG Knockout and Drayster disappeared. They was also on Def Jam.
Everybody.
You know, Domino disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Who was also on Def Jam. You know, and
they dropped everybody on the West Coast, and then they picked back up J.O. Felony, and they moved Montel Jordan to Def Soul. But everybody else on the West Coast, they dropped them.
Why do you think they did that?
Because,
I mean, that West Coast, East Coast stuff had a lot to do with it. But I wouldn't blame it strictly on that. I mean,
no, I'm gonna be honest. Cause of Suge. God damn it, I ain't biting my tongue. Cause of Suge, and they was adamant about no more. The type of CEO that Suge was, they figured every dude out the West Coast who had like money, got in that position, was gonna be like that.
Wow.
And they did not want to see no more of that.
Yeah,
Wow.
no
You know
good
what I'm
business.
saying?
They didn't want to fuck
You know
with no
what I'm
good
saying?
business, basically.
I mean, he actually had them absolutely terrified of this whole West Coast gangster shit. He had the whole industry
Scared in the office.
shook
Wow.
up. I'm talking about people. You didn't understand when that dude move around. People would clear out club. They like Suge up in the club.
Really?
Oh, fuck that.
It's
Yeah.
Kinda like a mafia boss.
Security at our office at Def Jam
Yeah.
because I work in the office. And
I want that job.
He had some of the same. He had some of the same security guards. Remember that? And they would come in and say, "It's going down Tuesday."
I mean, but we was on Def Jam. You would think, Russell could reach out and calm him down or something, but it's still, they was a little shaky, a little scary,
Yeah. He
Wow.
They turned
Yeah,
down.
them shook. So they didn't want no more. They didn't want no more of those type of CEOs. And like I said, shout out to my boy Greedy Greg. You know what I'm saying? Greedy Greg had a label. He lost his label deal because of that. He had a label deal through Def Jam.
Really?
Yeah. It was a lot of. I mean, at the
Paul Stewart.
you got to think.
Yeah.
You got to think. The West Coast saved Def Jam.
Yeah.
If you really want to be technical about it.
The West Coast saved
Technically,
Def
yes.
Jam.
Hell yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, their numbers wasn't doing so well, and they had spent a bunch of money on the LL Hey Lover record with Trackmasters and all that. You know what I'm saying? And it had some good singles, but it didn't do the numbers that they thought it was gonna do. Then Warren G came in and did all
Great.
the millions that he did, and when you walked into the Polygram office, I'll never forget it. You remember that big old plaque they had in the office? As soon as you walk in the
Warren
office, they had
G.
created a big old plaque giving Warren G and
props.
Def Jam shout out, and they had the actual numbers that they did, them numbers.
Really?
And that rattled.
They were signing everything over here. Richie Rich, Def
yeah.
Shack.
But that rattled some cages on the East with some East Coast artists and
Yeah,
executives.
like
Nah, why y'all showing all the favoritism to them? And you know what I'm saying? But you got to think where Russell and Lior position was, because Russell and Lior had also slept on Snoop Dogg before Suge had Snoop Dogg.
Now Snoop Dogg's the biggest motherfucking
Yeah.
artist we got on the
Yeah,
West Coast.
our homie Ricky Harris took Snoop and Warren G to Def Jam first, and Russell then passed on him.
Wow. And real quick, what's your social medias?
ScoopedUpENT.com or Scooped Up ENT on Facebook. On everything, Twitter.
We have a new Instagram, Dove Shack Music.
Dove Shack Music.
You know, Dove Shack LBC. You know, guys, make sure you go check out the new Instagram. My Instagram is BOROC_LBC. You know, but y'all only got about 30 more days with my Instagram.
Limited time only.
Yeah, I'm shutting mine down, and I'm redirecting all the traffic to the Dove Shack Instagram.
Okay.
Because, you know, I just feel it's time for us to give even more back to the fans than
Nice.
what we have been given. You know, so now we have DoveShackMusic.com. We still have our phone app. You know, we have our barbecue sauce. You know,
Which is bomb as fuck, I'll say.
Nice.
That's just
Thank
good.
you.
Well, you know, when we come back after the quick break, we're going to talk a little bit more about that barbecue sauce. But in the meantime, we are in the house with the Dove Shack. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the Tony Montana Show, we'll be back. Give us a call, 310-910-9676, extension 1. That's 310-910-9676, extension 1.
Smoke break.
Take it away.
Smoke break.
God.
Smoke break.
I want you to meet my little friend.
That's right. Go ahead and go to the Tony Montana Show here on Accelerated Radio every Monday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, you will meet my little friend.
that's right. Boys and girls, children of all ages. That's
Got the
right.
motherfucking Dub Shack in the motherfucking house.
In the
like, what the
building.
fuck?
Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another show. Give us a call, 310-910-9676, extension 1. That's 310-910-9676, extension 1.
Is that your 976 voice?
976 extension 1.
I know, right? That's my part-time job. You are looking good tonight.
Hey, this motherfucker on movie phone.
Welcome to Movie Phone. All right, the Los Angeles Times.
Gotta love
Movie
it.
phone. If
Gotta
you want to see
love
Aquaman, press 1.
Hey, you know, real quick, guys, I gotta know, was Warren G, you know what I'm saying, was he one of the biggest influence you on the actual group itself that created the Dove Shack, or was he just like you know what I mean, like a puzzle that just was there and you know moved on?
Warren G,
Shout out.
Dove Shack. This guy knows the actual history on where the rap group itself started. Because, like
He's
I
the
said,
historian.
yeah, he brought me on board. So
The elder historian.
Nah, Warren G didn't have nothing to do with none of that.
Scoops of knowledge.
But he did have a direct line on bringing us to the door of the industry, though. We would have to give him that props. But like when we first, you know, was creating our stuff, we were so unready. Like we met our manager the same day we signed our record deal. Like we didn't have none of that.
What?
Yeah.
The same day.
We met our
same
manager.
day we signed our record deal. They told the managers across the street.
And you walked right across and got a manager.
Yeah, they said some management company down the street. We know we can't do this paperwork without y'all having proper representation. So we met our lawyer and our our lawyer and our manager. You know what I'm saying? But you know we just didn't have all the elements of the game sold up yet. But you know if we knew what we know now,
Right.
man.
Oh man, but we learned the way we learned though was amazing. Shout out to this guy again.
Accident.
Because you know we didn't know it was a conflict of interest. The actual person that signed us to our deal, the production company, you know what I'm saying, had basically was in bed with the management company.
Oh
yeah, it was some stuff going on, and we found out by total accident.
Yeah.
This little guy over here, Rough Rider over here, crazy person, had just went and bought him a brand new burner. You know what I'm saying? He just went and got him a brand new heat. You know what I'm saying? Because
wait, a gun?
Yeah,
A gun? G?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, come on, homie. On my man's way. Yeah, all right, continue with
You
the
know what
story.
I'm saying? Yeah, he went and got him. He went and got him a new one, and he just happened to have it only at the studio.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna show our manager like, look what I got, but when I pulled it out, he said, "Wait a minute,
Wait a minute. Just
there's a reason I got 18,000 and y'all got 10 and wait, you got what?" And
What? And we was like, what is you talking about?
Yeah.
But he thought we was in there on some like, because we looked at the paperwork or something and knew something. He was just trying to show him, look at my new burner. Oh, and he panicked and just started snitching.
Wow.
Oh man, I didn't know nothing about
That
it.
fool thought he was cute,
It
but
was
then
all-
once the real motherfuckers did,
Yeah,
he's
it
like,
was
oh
all-
shit.
It was all Paul and this,
Yeah.
that. And when we found that out, we basically called Def Jam like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking with these motherfuckers over here.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna
that's
fuck- we ain't-
sketchy.
We ain't doing shit. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? So it was just basically and which felt kind of good because he had a rapport with them. You know, he had some big acts that he had brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because the man got a great ear. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, shout out to Paul Stewart. You know, everybody at that time was kind of new. You know what I'm saying? To this what we was getting into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But naturally, like I said, he was behind some big acts. Coolio, you know, he even had involvement with Dub C once upon a time. You know, Montel Jordan.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like the dude had that. he
So
had
the hood
that thumb.
soundtrack at the time.
Yeah.
Far Side.
Far Side,
The Bizarre Ride,
South
hell
Central
yeah.
Cartel.
Yep.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was all him.
Okay.
You know.
Lighter shade of brown.
Yeah. Shout out to ODM. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
he had the whole West Coast really sold out
On that.
You know, but it was a conflict of interest there. So it was basically like I said, when you got a record label that's looking at y'all like respecting us to the point to where they comparing us to the Fugees. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even so much dropped a record. You know, you unheard just a record from us. And then for them to also show love and make a power move like, okay, well, bro, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go because we holding on to them.
Right.
Yeah.
You go, we keeping them. Bye.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
and that made us feel good. That made us feel great, but it also ended up causing some issues within the family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you can go up under the G-Funk umbrella, but Warren G ain't gonna get no cheese, so he ain't gonna really have that energy and that motivation to push y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Hey, it is what it is. Like, we'd have had management issues that unhindered our group for a long time, and then, you know, when they get right, they get right. When Warren G. Uncle came on, it was right. Ricky Harris' wife, Ricky Harris was our manager, but his wife did all the leg work and stuff, and when she was on...
Shout out to D Barn from Pump It Up. Yep. If y'all remember Pump It Up, the old school video show.
Yeah, she kept us on point, but some managers was like, you know, we was getting plaques from Soul Train, you know, I mean, our platinum plaques, or getting invited to Soul Train to come and perform, and he wasn't returning calls.
What?
Yeah,
man. He didn't return a call to Soul Train. It was another, I think it was Essence or something else that we had invited to that he didn't do. We also end up missing, and which I didn't find out till later on.
What?
We end up missing being part of Rhyme and Reason.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rhyme and Reason. I guess they wanted to get our side of it because at the time, RBX had broke off. He kind of broke his way from Death Row. He had dropped a whole diss to Dr. Dre and everything.
Yeah, you remember
and we was heavily dealing with like rap pages. I don't know if y'all remember that magazine. Mm-hmm. Rap pages. We was dealing with them, and so they was trying to plug us up with different stuff that we missed out on. But we had this, you know, and I'm gonna put his name out there.
Yeah, please do.
Michael Faggot.
No, you know why?
Michael Faggot.
No such cheese, mosa.
Yeah, right.
I can't. The only reason why, because ironically, he got the same exact name as my cousin.
Oh, that's
so I ain't gonna have people. So his name is the exact same name as my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that to reflect on my cousin.
Yeah, your primo.
You know what I'm saying? But if you run across an old light-skinned ass nigga with a ponytail in his head talking about he used to play guitar with Chucky Booker.
And he owed me some money, and I'll split it with you if you bring him to me.
Yeah, you drive a Lexus.
Yeah, you should drive a Lexus. He out there in Vegas.
He owed me some change, man.
He out there in Vegas running around with the money team. You know what I'm saying? I done seen him up there with Floyd Mayweather and all that. The champ ain't gonna say you. Nope. He ain't gonna say you. You gonna bring my plaques back. You gonna give me my money you stole.
I would split the bag. He owed me a nice chip. I split the bag. I would split the bag when anybody bring him to me. Yeah.
All right, serious.
I'm dead. I'm 100% serious.
He'll take you up on that one.
Yeah.
Nice cheese.
Hey.
100,000.
What ended up happening?
200,000.
300,000. Go back to what happened to our situation with Def Jam. It all falls back to that. When this whole thing went on with the West Coast and whatnot. Shout out to our attorney at the time, Katie Washington, who was totally new. He was fresh out of law school. And even though our record deal wasn't the best, he looked out for us because it was one thing that saved our ass, or we would have been shelved.
What's that?
He had a clause up in our contract that we could exercise to where if they didn't have us with a new date and a record on the shelf within a year of our first one, our contract become null and void.
Wow.
So he looked out for that.
So there was a confrontation that happened between G-Dub and LL and some other stuff went on, you know, behind some hating that was going on. Mm-hmm. They was trying to basically hate on our culture.
Yeah.
They didn't like the impact that the G-Funk era was making. You know what I'm saying? So it was some real hate going on behind the scenes.
They thought they were like higher fucking refined motherfuckers.
So they was
and
like
shit.
they was trying to hate on Warren G's deal, like, oh, he don't need to rap no more. He needs to just be producing like his brother. It was a bunch of drama going on, man. And the idea was, okay, either you gonna play or we'll just sit you to the side. Mm-hmm. Oh no, you won't. That's what you won't do.
Right.
That's what you won't do, you know, and end up having to exercise that because it had been at least a good, maybe, I got arrested in 98. We dropped in 95. So we was already 3 years in without having another record out through Def Jam.
Wow.
Touring like crazy.
Yeah, we touring like a mug.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ron G.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Warren G. We all over the world.
Hey, respect to Love Shack. You motherfuckers still touring.
Yeah.
And we still fuck with you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's where the majority of our bread and butter always came from, our shows. You know, but so we doing tours and whatnot, but as rappers, you know, we for real rappers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We freestyle like we Red Man beats, everybody, we stood around rapping. That's how we got on. You know what I'm saying? These guys convinced that let's go down to Cannons and let's go murder some cats at Cannons on the mic. Whatever artist coming down there to perform, we finna go down and just murder them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Right.
like freestyling.
Yeah.
Freestyling is part of hip hop now, but we was doing it before. It was like part of
Popular
hip hop
and shit.
when
Cool.
everybody used to write their rhymes at night and then come to school the next day and bust them like that kind of era. But like you know what I'm saying. And shout out to Snoop Dogg. He the first person I really seen master the freestyle and shit, like where he sound like he really wrote that shit like last night. Like, but he talking about you right there in the presence
Right.
with the sock
Yeah, we talking about
sweater.
real
with the-
freestyle, not
like
the
he
new
he say
freestyle.
what's
Wow.
on you right. You know, describe what you're wearing.
Right.
So you know he didn't wrote it.
Right.
But it sounded so.
Clean and
And
smooth.
Snoop could take what you said to him in your rap and turn it right back on you.
On you.
Turn it right back in. That was real freestyling, and that's what. If you want to say who really influenced us, that probably would be the biggest influence right there because he was a beast on the freestyle.
He was. People don't
He
know
was
that.
a beast on the freestyling.
Shout out
Like
to
I
Uncle
said, and
Snoop.
not this new freestyling.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? To where you just rap one of your written lyrics over somebody else's beat.
Right.
Our era of freestyling is you coming off the top of the head, right?
The head.
We talking about the present. I'm rapping about, like I said, what you got on. You know what I'm saying? You try to say something to me, I'm gonna turn that back on you. I can talk about, throw words at me that's talking about what's the colors in the room, whatever it is. It was that type, and to be able to
So
do
reciprocate
it,
to that.
yeah, to be able to do it the way he did it, because what was it? It's like 2 songs that's people don't even know that's on Doggy Style album that's actually freestyle. The Shiznit.
Really? Oh,
I
I know that song really well.
The Shiznit.
I'm a hip hop
is-
head. Yeah, I know that
The
song really well.
Shiznit is freestyle, and it's another one that's on there.
Yeah, freestyling is part of our upbringing, like what made us stand out from the next.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
This is for the
saying?
G's and
But
this is
when
for
you
the
hear
U's.
Summertime in LBC, you think maybe they
Chili.
like chili rappers, but nah. Come on around here. We was at Regulate video shoot. Bo Rock murdered somebody so hard. Oh my God. We walked around with our chest so out. Like,
Yeah.
did you hear how he got at him? He said,
I'll say
from
this
Long
much.
Beach to New Yorker.
And rap is another form of poetry.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So it would be an honor for you to join us a little bit of a poetry that we do on the show called the Poem of the Week. A little later on. But
Tony's
rap,
special.
but
Can I use my 976 voice?
yes, please do.
Can I use my 976
Yes,
voice?
I would love
Oh,
that. Yes.
I have a poem for y'all.
From the corner.
But right now,
Tacos in the morning, tacos in the evening.
but right now in the meantime, please introduce the song that we're about to play right now.
Right now we're gonna play. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta bear with the quality of it because this was recorded in 1994, 95.
Wow.
You heard it first here.
But this is the first time any of y'all are gonna get to hear the original remix to Summertime in the LBC.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember the old school audio too. Milk is chillin', biz is chillin'. What more can I say?
Top billing.
Yeah, we actually did a Summertime in the LBC on that beat, produced by my man Keith Clark. Shout out to Keith Clizark out there in
First
Texas.
time I heard right here on the Tony Montana show.
But
What's
it's,
up?
It's never been released. So
Wow.
Órale,
first
güey.
time y'all gonna get to hear it on the radio platform right now, and it was recorded in 1995.
Exclusive.
Take it away, DJ Laggz. In the meantime, real quick, don't forget to give us a call, 310-910-9676, extension 1. That's 310-910-9676, extension 1. Take it away, DJ Laggz. Oh, dale.
I gotta do to get more.
DJ Laggz.
I slide with Notes and dogs from the LBC. All of the skirts wanna kick it with me, 'cause I run with Warren G. Braids and weaves, busters and G's. Water bloom fighters, low riders, and east siders. Well, it's summertime, winter time, kill all the undermined ways. It only lasts 90 days. Summer breeze, there's no sneezes to winter. So let the sunshine enter the center. 110 degrees, what do I need? Some lemonade, some shade, a sack of blaze. It's a Sunday, rolling down the one-way, three-wheel motion. Don't need suntan lotion.
3 months of pleasure, loving the weather. My homie picked me up in this doozy put together from scratch. Now let's see if we can snatch one of these skirts from the bus stop and take them to the spot known as the Shizak, where we biz at big strizaps and good biz apps blaze up Shizaks of potency mixed with Hennessy. When we crawl, we have a ball in the LBC.
And I'm still chilling at Kings Park with my eyes in a slant from the Doja plant. And yes, it's hot than a mother. Even much more with this Hennessy filling my cup. Do dirty and Sadiki, what's up? Do you want some of this barbecue? It's the bomb, I thought you knew. Especially if you smoke what I smoke. The munchies ain't no joke. Summertime is slow. I'm mad. With some watermelon. Yeah. We can ride, we can slide, we can roll. Here we go. We can together. We can ride, we can slide, we can ride, we can slide, we can roll. Here we go. We can ride, we can slide, we can roll. Here we go.
That's right. Go ahead and go to 310-910-9676 extension 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
We got the Dub Shack coming out with their new fucking track right now. What's it called, homeboy?
Which one we gonna play?
Oh, wait. Before we play that, we have Tone, the manager, on the line.
What up, Tone?
What's up, brother?
No, this is not Tone, the manager. This is C-Night from the Dub Shack.
Oh, C-Night!
Where you
at?
Barbecue sauce.
How you gonna call him Tone, dog?
Cause that's our manager, but
C-Night is in Vegas.
But C-Night is our brother. What's up, bro?
Hey, baby.
Man, I'm chilling.
We miss you.
Chilling. How y'all doing tonight?
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
I definitely don't miss ugly people and ugly attitude people.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Tone, well, we appreciate you calling in, homeboy. Thank you, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Hey, where you at?
Family? What's up, Barack, Scoop, Anita Peasy?
What's up?
You in Vegas?
Yeah, I'm in Vegas.
Why?
How much money you win?
I need you to run something over to the MGM. They already expecting you. They already expecting you. You just go to the back of the thing. They're gonna hand you something. You hand them something.
It's all
no, my TV and my bed and my icebox is in Vegas.
Yo, shout out to Grinded Out Entertainment. They're the homies doing shit, right?
Right.
The Wire, Grinded Out,
TV,
Tone,
my bed,
Tone his
my
family.
Icebox is in Vegas.
Who calls it an icebox these days?
Yeah, I thought it was called a refrigerator. What you talking about, an icebox?
You got an icebox, cuz?
You know what it is. A Nokia icebox too.
A Nokia icebox. Wow.
Probably a Marion Icebox. Yeah, I got this. I see
C-Night in the building over there in Las Vegas.
Hot than the mother.
The Las Vegas building.
Absolutely.
Man, well, it's an honor to have all of the Dub Shack in the building. You know, shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for honoring and blessing us. You know, you guys are legends in the game, you know, since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, like, bless all you guys for being here. I'm truly grateful.
It's really a great reunion because we haven't got a chance to work with Anita in a long time.
And I've been right here in LA.
Wow.
But it's so, since I seen her the other day, like after a lot of years, I was like, oh, everything's going to be all right again.
Last time we was on stage together, what was Japan, right?
I think it
really?
was.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
96.
How was the food in Japan?
Amazing.
Yoshinoya
He loved the Yoshinoya.
Fuck Yoshinoya.
Wait.
What?
No,
I stayed at Yoshinoya.
We gotta hear this.
It's a McDonald's right there, right? I just, go get me a McDonald's every day, and they said, "Hey, look around. You see any cows?" So I stopped going to get the McDonald's. And Yoshinoya was across the street. I'm familiar with that one from over here, so I stayed right there. They knew me by first name. I learned to do the chopsticks, all that.
How were the lowriders, yo? How were the lowriders in Japan?
Oh my God, they were crazy.
It's some crazy.
Wait, they got
shit, right?
lowriders in Japan?
Crazy. What?
I got a real funny story. Like, I never had a lowrider before I went to Japan, right?
Yeah.
and these guys let me jump in their car and hit. So they knew I was from America. They wouldn't let me hit. They thought I was a pro at it.
Yeah.
So I get in there. I just started hitting a whole bunch of buttons and stuff. And the car started rocking. They was looking in amazement, like, "Ooh, look how he doing it." That's the United States stuff. And I didn't know nothing. I was making one go up, one go down. Like, man, it was crazy. But they was like, "Ooh, that's how they do your. See how he got it? Yeah, that's how you gotta learn how to do it."
Hey,
but I didn't know what I was doing.
Did you get free Yoshinoya after that?
Nah. I got free liquor though.
There you go. That's better.
Don't say marijuana or nothing like that. That's a bad. Man, they throw you up under the cell.
That's a Yakuza.
They throw you in the cell up under the cell.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So they just kept us nice and liquored up, like big tall trash bags full of old English.
Oh,
really?
And a personal Hennessy bottle shaped like the fifth, but it was like the pint. But it was a whole. But you could still turn it around and make it a weapon. Like, it was dope. It was dope, man.
I'm up to that shit.
wow.
Yo, shout out to my boy Naosuke in Japan. My boy in Tokyo, Naosuke.
Oh,
listening.
456. DD, yeah, my boys.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody over there. Rapungi
is the best.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait. Rapungi?
Yeah, it's in Tokyo. It's like
It's a district.
It's not too far from where God bless their souls, to where the people got killed where that dude set off the nerve gas.
Oh,
shit. Somebody asked us, actually, did we want to go see where it happened? We like, hell the fuck no.
Right.
They really big on our culture over there, to the point where like the girls get tans, like they always looking like what's P Diddy them group?
They look like J-Lo. Them bitches look like J-Lo.
The singer group. Anyway, they
get tans.
They get tans, body tans, spray tans and stuff
to look like darker.
I even wanted to know how I got my hair.
She wanted to touch her hair. They wanted back up off her hair.
What?
Little Nubian knots. And
they was just like
Total. They look like Total. Like they look like Total.
Wow.
Tune in to Tony Montana show live from Japan, coming soon.
SWV and shit. Like they look just.
Bought everything off of us that said LBC, LA, everything we had. They bought it off of us.
Everything.
Oh
man, they bought autographs, everything.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like, how come we ain't bring more shit?
What else, C-Night?
And the check was right.
Hey, since I ain't getting the goddamn talk, I'm gonna just listen to y'all. I'm gonna listen to the station.
You do better listening than you do better listening.
Anyway.
Go ahead, say something.
Dub Shack alive. You know what I'm saying? Dub Shack alive. Dub Shack gonna live on. And hey,
forever and ever.
Big middle finger to you haters. We're gonna keep it pushing, we're gonna stay on that G-Funk shit for life.
To the end.
Yes.
Speaking of which, we got some new G-Funk shit
that
we finna drop. we've been working a lot. Like I said, we stay doing shows.
We everywhere. You never there.
Anybody who follow us on social media know that the Dove Shack stay active.
Everywhere.
I see comments all the time where, and shout out to the fans to where y'all recognize our hard work. We stay putting in work. We haven't had somebody was talking about, I don't know where I was, somebody was complaining about I work 8 days a week somewhere. I be working 8 days a week. I think we was in the dressing room or something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be standing outside. We work 8 days a week. And I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, like, damn, I ain't had no days off in 23 years. In 23 years.
Damn.
The Dove Shack is, you see,
this is an everyday thing.
what you see is what you get. We don't got no new friends, no new nothing. We gonna stay our crew, our new clique, and none of that, nothing new.
Right, you don't need anything new.
Nah, we keep it right here where.
And if they do, they gotta fill a resume. They gotta have a couple of references. You know what I'm
Dove
saying?
like a culture. It look like a culture.
Right. No, this is a business.
We got a large movement. If you go check, we got a Dove Shack faction in the South, in Memphis. We got a Dove Shack faction in San Diego. We got different Dove Shack factions. It's bigger than just us right here rapping.
Right.
Didn't need no Brown.
Yeah, like we got us a nice little like Wu-Tang style crew.
Oh yeah.
A little bit thicker than Wu-Tang and a little bit more with the business. You know what I'm saying? But it
With
is
us in the forefront.
that's what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a movement and a lifestyle. Especially right now. At first, it was just about the records, the music, and whatnot. But now the game is so saturated with weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Weirdo behavior.
Perfect.
Nobody attention span is long anymore.
Very short.
War in the purse is not gangster. I'm just gotta say that shit right now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
what I'm saying?
That's just gay.
That's what they have Instagram.
You got internet beefs going on, and what you really have is a culture in hip hop of a bunch of lost individuals that's not really getting no good game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to rest in peace to like Chris Lighty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tina Davis. And shout out to the
Kevin
old
Lowndes
school.
and
Yeah,
them.
Kevin Lowndes and all the old school A&Rs. When A&Rs was popping, because A&Rs was so significant in the game, because an A&R not only works for the label, but it works with you as an artist to make sure you have an understanding on what you're getting into. A&R will give you a bunch of good game. Nah, don't do that. Don't say that. Turn this way. Sit this way. A good A&R will give you some direction. Will even tell you the secrets and the formulas on how to make hit records. Because it's a formula to making hit records, and a lot of people don't know that. But the culture of A&Rs is gone the same way in our communities, where the culture of having OGs and big homies that pass down knowledge, them days is gone. So you have a lot of artists who are just fly by night. They hear 1 second and then they gone.
It's a fuck fest hoping they don't get fucking
and then what's
regulated,
crazy is you have a cat that'll drop 2 years ago, and he had 2 hot songs, 2 hot records, and you ask one of the new artists now, and they call him a legend. And
Over 2 songs.
And this is the reason I appreciate when people consider us legends, because when I look at legends, I look at different fields, longevity.
Well, we was here before the www. The World Wide Web is the World Wide Web, and it's much easier to get your music out and heard these days than it was back then. Back then, we didn't. So for somebody else in Texas to hear us, Def Jam had to put us.
You had to go there. You had to go on things like promo tours. It wasn't just, all the tours wasn't for money when back in those days before the internet.
It's lazy as heck now. You can press a button and do everything.
Like if you take tours going to the bathroom.
Like if you want to record a song with DMX, DMX would usually have to fly here. We have to fly there. But now I can send him a song on the internet.
There it is.
He can send it right back after he recorded it.
Right.
It's much lazier. But at the same time, it's easier for artists. They didn't go through the shit we went through. I'm telling you, like, it was way more difficult then than it is now.
But here the thing is, just like with a diamond or anything else. It takes pressure. It takes going
Time.
through something
to
make it shine and become what it is. And when you look at our longevity, when you look at our skills, when you look at our ability to conduct business and be where we are now, it's
the biggest diamond in the world.
It's because of that bullshit that we went through. It was a learning process, you know. So a lot of cats, you know, unfortunately, they learn on the job and they're not able to survive their lesson.
Gotcha.
If the pressure make the bigger diamond, if the bullshit you go through make the bigger diamond, we should have the most shiningest diamond ever. Because our life been a roller coaster for real. I mean, full with ups and downs and sometimes some round and rounds.
Everything came right on time.
Yes, sir.
Right on time.
Just like this new music is finna come right on time.
It's gonna be right on time.
Matter of fact, the song that we finna play is right on time.
There it is.
I think it's called Right on Time.
Well, let's go ahead and play that song then.
Play it right on
This is
time.
from our new project that's soon to drop
It's
called
called
Parties in Hard Times. You know, shout
That
out
title
to
right
my
there
boy
says
Lethal.
roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
He produced this track. You know, we hope y'all like it. As usual, the Dove Shack always got to come a little bit different than everybody else. So this is not your typical. So check us out.
Typical.
Orale, give us a call, 310-910-9676, extension 1. That's 310-910-9676, extension 1.
With the Dove Shack.
Orale, we'll be back after this. Orale. That's right. Go ahead and go to the Tony Montana Show on Instagram, Facebook, all social media. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the legendary Dove Shack in the
motherfucking
building.
house.
That's right. OMG. You know, real quick, there's a couple things that you guys are doing that we have to touch about. You know, I'm talking about the cannabis movement. You know, tell us a little bit about that. And you have a couple of businesses too. You have the barbecue sauce. You know what I'm saying? That you're promoting with. You know what I'm saying? We can get a touch on.
You gotta talk about that.
Shout out to the homeboy Chef Matt. You know what I'm saying? Who got with me and created that.
Yep.
You know, and shout out to Pure Star who provided our distillate for that.
And we got a Dove Shack summer gear coming out this summer. Anything that got to do with the summer is gonna have Dove Shack on it. Like,
I mean, ever since Billboard, you know, gave us a shout out as having one of the top summertime songs of all time.
Man, I want to rock that shit. You know, I'd be the first supporter to buy some shit on there.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
We coming with a summer orientated clothing line. We have the summer sauce. We have our barbecue pitch coming. And barbecue utensils, you know, all your little spatulas and all that.
Everything that got to do with the summer.
All the necessary shit
but
you need.
not just that. We coming out with the weed rolling trays.
What?
You know what I'm saying? We coming out with our own line of vape pens.
Shout out to myself for my own dispensary. Like, y'all come do some business with me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. 2 scoops.
You know what I'm saying? We out here, we everywhere. They never there. And then, you know, we just trying to get it, man. You know.
Shout out to my cannabis crew.
Big draws. I like my name.
Yeah,
little draws. What's up, cuz?
Bigger little.
The drip gang over there.
Both.
You know, we trying to really make an impact in the culture of cannabis, and bring the hip hop element to the culture of cannabis. But one of the things I'm really focused on now is bringing awareness to the culture of cannabis and how important it is for our people, you know, the black and brown people, to get a stake in this industrial industry.
They making money
in cannabis. You know, this is about to be $1 trillion industry. It's already $1 billion industry. It's about to be $1 trillion industry. And if we don't get involved on the business side, we are going to miss out. The same way we don't have any part of any other industry as far as a stronghold. We don't have a stronghold in diamonds, copper, automotive, you know, hair products, or anything of that nature. This is an opportunity for the minority to have a stronghold in an industrial industry,
right,
and create generational wealth. That's the thing about it. The hell with just a homie having a Bentley and all that. We trying to create generational wealth here. So you guys become aware. There's a program in Los Angeles, in Northern California also, for all the people out there around the world that's listening. If they're talking about introducing cannabis in your state, make sure you learn about a thing called social equity. Study California, study our laws out here as far as social equity, because it is an opportunity for the minorities to have a stake in this industry. We are the majority of the ones who have been arrested for it.
That's right.
Every 7 seconds, there is a black and Latino arrested in this country for marijuana.
Yep.
Yet the industry made $3.8 billion last year. By 2019, it will make $5.1 billion.
Wow.
Okay, and we're not even getting $100 million of that. right now. And we need to have a bigger stake in it, you know. So learn about social equity, get at your local politicians, because don't be afraid, and let me tell you what the future holds. Cannabis is coming to all 51 states. It is about to be legalized across the board. They have already been making plans on a government level to do import and export of hemp and cannabis on a global scale.
Wow.
This is not nothing that's happened locally. This is why I say it's so important. This is a global thing that's going on with hemp and cannabis. So if you really want to think about changing the dynamics in your community and making some changes, then you need to think about that. You know, the majority of the cannabis stores is in our neighborhood, and we going to jail for it though, which don't make no sense. But we're not the majority of the owners of the cannabis business.
Right.
There's something wrong right there. So we need to wake
Yeah.
up. Y'all get here.
And speaking of waking up, go ahead.
I was just going to say, on the social justice tip, we need to make sure in terms of, dealing with our politicians, to make sure that we're looking at those of us who have been incarcerated over marijuana, right? And everybody now is selling it and making their money off of it. But what about us that are
that's what I want
bars?
to tell y'all about Measure M, social equity. Shout out to our politicians out here in Los Angeles, Herb Weston, Marquise Dawson, all them. Shout out to my partner, Kika, who really brought me in the game and laced me on a whole different level. You know, Canna Solutions. There are laws and measures in place called Measure M. Y'all don't know this. If you have been arrested for marijuana in Los Angeles or Oakland, felony or misdemeanor, if your parents have been arrested for marijuana, felony or misdemeanor, if you come from low income, you get moved to the front of the line.
Are you
not
serious?
to the back of the line.
Wow.
A lot of people don't even know that. You get moved to the front of the line if you've been arrested for marijuana before. Yes. So you are a social equity candidate. You can get your license before some. No, listen. You can get your license before some squeaky clean guy who has never been arrested before, who just had the ultimate clean record with Harvard degrees. You can get your license before he can.
Man, I've been arrested for all kinds of bullshit.
So real quick, I gotta know. I gotta go. What's your social medias, real quick?
Mine is BOROC_LBC. You know, if you want to learn more about the cannabis thing, go there, or my United Stoners Association page. You know, also look up Canna Solutions, or you can look up my business partner, Big Kika, on social media, BIGKIKA, you know, and get educated.
And I'm NAILAHPORTER.
And I'm scooped up ENT at everything, Twitter, Facebook, all that. And at the same time, I want y'all to go to SoundCloud and check out that new Hood Heat album I dropped. It's a compilation of up and coming artists, included with people that were already established to keep them relevant. We all tight with it.
Hell yeah.
And also C Night Instagram is Dove_Shack_20.
Oh, that
Rabbit.
So
BATTLE Rabbit.
That's right. And
68.
Say it again.
Battle
Rabbit _.
Battle Rabbit _68 on Instagram.
Nice. And real quick, we got an announcement. What is that, brother? Didn't you want to announce it?
So check it out. We got the Michelada Fest coming out May 4th. We got fucking Los Cates Linares. We got everybody out. Come through. Brought to you by The Wire Entertainment.
Okay. In that case, stay tuned. Same bad time, same bad channel. Happy holidays, all y'all.
And thanks for having us, man.
Hey, thank you all for having me aboard. You know what I'm saying?
Tune in next time on Shade 45.
Oh yeah, and if y'all like tennis shoes, y'all make sure y'all go by Drip LA, you know, or y'all follow my girl on Instagram, Trips Kicks, you know, for all the unreleased hottest shoes. You know, we got them first, weeks in advance, all
There
that.
it is.
You know,
That's
the
right.
shoe game is real hot right now, so we dabbling in the shoe game too.
That's right.
You know, we got the octopus business shit going on around here. You know what I'm saying? Got our hands in
There it is.
everything.
So in that case,
Y'all make sure y'all want to get them hot shoes, all the little latest releases.
Thank
Y'all
you.
check
Hit
out
up Bo
Drip
Rock.
LA or Trips Kicks.
and as soon as we get on Shade 45, we're going to have you back on.
As soon as I get the Battle Rap Beatdown Shade 45, I want some fucking dope shit.
Yes, because it's legit. February, we start a new show.
We there.
Congratulations, and we can't wait to.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And on that note, take it away, DJ Laggz.
Bye, y'all.
You tried to see me on the TV, use a BGD, go double G, yes, I'm a OG. You can't see my homie Dr. Dre.